Well, it's great to be with Bill Green, owner of Green Insurance Agency. And Bill, boy, I tell you what, we've got a lot to talk about, but you make things easy to understand. That's what it's all about. So how long have you been in insurance? And tell us about Medicare. How long have you helped folks with Medicare?
July made 7 years in the insurance industry. All of those years I have worked with Medicare. Beginning January of last year, I branched out to help folks with regular health insurance as well through the Affordable Care Act in the marketplace.
And with Medicare, you know, a lot of folks have questions and, oh my gosh, I got to do this and this and this. But tell us how you've become such a good problem solver with this. You've solved the problems, and what is some of the most common problems folks run into with Medicare?
Well, having met with thousands of people over the years, helping them get signed up with Medicare, the most common question I'm asked at this point, because people are working longer, is do they have to go on Medicare when they turn 65? And the answer is maybe. It really depends on your employer. If your employer has more than 20 employees, odds are you don't. It would be a case by case of what's more cost effective to stay on the group insurance or go on Medicare. However, your employer has less than 20 employees, you pretty much have to go on. That's a Medicare rule.
Okay.
The other most common issue I see are when people either enroll themselves, use a friend, a family member, or maybe a nonprofit who isn't licensed, and say they don't take any medications, but they don't want to pay for a medicine plan. Well, when they need one down the road, when they're able to get it, they could end up with a lifetime penalty.
Okay, and exactly when is the Medicare annual plan? When is that open enrollment? When can you enroll for it?
So the Medicare annual election period runs from October 15th through December 7th. Really, though, for us, it started back in September. So beginning of September is when we send all of our notices out to current clients to get their updated medicine list, their doctors, make sure nothing's changed and they're still happy with their plans.
Okay, and with Medicare, once you're signed up, are you good for life, or should you shop around year to year?
You're definitely not good for life. You should at least look at your plan every year. There's really two types of plan. There's one you pay for, and that premium could just have gone up over the years. There's some in our area that have gone up dramatically in the past few years. And with those, you usually have a separate prescription plan. Those plans, we've got about 30 to pick from, and they change year over year too. A few years ago, there was a plan that was very low cost. Now it's nearly $60 a month for the same plan. Your medicine costs go up dramatically. There's something new called the Insulin Senior Savings Program that have capped certain insulins at $35 a month. That's huge because diabetics were even passing away because they couldn't afford their medications. And then the Medicare Advantage plans, the HMOs and PPOs, those do change year over year. You could have a copay change, you could have your doctor leave the network, or you could have your medicine costs go up because medicines are usually built into those too.
So basically, year to year, things do change, and that's where you guys come in to help folks. So can you shop your plan only during open enrollment?
As far as being advertised, that's when people know that they can shop. There's another time period from January 1st to March 31st that is not advertised. It's more of a kind of either a fix or I delayed kind of thing. Say you took a new plan during the Medicare annual election period and you're not happy with it. You want to go back to your old plan, or you didn't do anything and your plan changed and now I want to make a change. You can make one plan change during that January 1st to March 31st. The other is there are many what are called special enrollment periods that folks aren't aware of. If someone qualifies for extra help through the state, that allows them to change almost year round. Or moving is another very common one. If somebody moves across state lines or even just county lines, then they may have an opportunity to change their plans, or they may have to, depending on the plan they have.
What about these commercials I see all the time about all this free stuff, free Medicare, this, that, and usually it's from, of course, the professional athletes, football players, even actors and actresses. So what is that all about? Can we believe those?
You can believe them to an extent. So they're definitely not Medicare agents because we're not allowed to say the word free when we're talking about Medicare. We'd be tarred and feathered. But the plans they talk about are really for two types of people, two types of plans. One is for those folks who get extra help from the state. They're the ones who get the food card, get their whole $148 a month back, tons of dental, tons of vision, money to spend at the pharmacy. The plans they talk about, all of those extra benefits, lots of them, those are for the extra help folks. They also talk about getting $100 or your whole $148 back. There are some plans that are called Part B give back plans. They're really designed for healthier folks to just get some of their money back, because while you may get your money back, you do have much higher costs generally using those plans.
Okay. And then speaking of costs, okay, so you have consultations, you have no cost consultations going on there?
That is correct. We never charge for consultations.
Well, I really appreciate you being on our show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.
All right. Thanks once again. And of course, for another look at this segment, head to firstcoastliving.net later today.